Okay, so how did we even get to this hotel? So the way that we did the process, there's 3 separate approvals that we needed. One from the Australian government, one from the South Australian Police, and one from SA Health. On November 23rd, they reduced the quarantine period to only 7 days, and we were able to apply for a home quarantine. So we did that whole process, got approved, and then while we were in pretty much right when we left for travel, the Omicron variant came out, and they increased the quarantine period to 14 days. So we arrived and thought we were going to be able to do home quarantine right away, and instead there was only 29 passengers on our plane. We got off, everyone was in full PPE, full hazmat suits, everything. We were taken through customs really quickly, and then everyone was just boarded onto a bus. From the bus, we were taken off group by group and then put into a hotel room, and from there we virtually had no information. Okay.
So when? So we got our knock at the door. We've waited our 3 minutes. Mask up. Stand at the line. Oh, did you lock it?
I did.
We're in quarantine. We're the ones locked up.
There's our bag.
Okay, it says eggplant parmesan.
Oh. There's our airplane food. How's it cutting?
It doesn't cut because it's so soggy. You gotta just pull. Do I pick it up?
I would just eat it like a burrito. That's how people eat burritos.
Are you fucking kidding me? This is the worst demonstration ever.
I can't breathe. What do you have?
My first piece of sushi back in Australia. Very exciting. Thank you, Charlotte and Tony.
Is it everything you dreamed of and more?
It really is. It's so fucking good.
It's not frozen from our fridge that freezes everything.
If it is, I don't know.
Don't worry.
200!
I have tonight.
Barbecue chicken pizza.
And
It's
it looks
actually
edible.
It looks good.
It looks edible.
Oh, Charles. Hi, can you talk to... No, don't leave us! No, that was our only friend. No! You got this.
I have to fit this, or this, into this.
There's a innuendo joke somewhere. The struggle is real.
The first time. This may take a while. I might want to come back when it's done. So they won't take our trash until we have a negative COVID test. So we just have bin bags sitting outside.
They're slowly taking up our balcony space because they stink. So every time we want to have a coffee outside, we have to deal with the smell of all of Kendall's meals that she hasn't eaten.
What's that, Henry?
This is the power strip that we tried to plug into the wall. And there was a loud bang in here, and then it started smoking out of 3 of the ports. So we didn't tell them, but we lost all power for a little while. It's now trash.
Evidence. Thanks to Charlotte, we have real coffee this morning.
Yeah.
Woo!
Oh, thing of beauty.
Oh, it's so beautiful. Better than the Instant. What you doing?
So we figured out a way to have some footrests outside. So we take the bottom slips off the couch.
Drink our morning coffee.
How good is that?
So we realized we went to bed so early last night that we actually got our COVID test results yesterday. We just slept through it. So we've been up since about 4 a.m. and we're just waiting for a reasonable time to call the nurse line to see if we can get out.
Let us free. So what optimistic Kendall is refusing to tell her thousands of followers now is that there is a chance that we might not actually leave here. We might be here for the full 2 weeks in this hotel, but she's so optimistic that she's already packed all of her stuff.
We don't need a negative Nancy.
Bless her cotton socks.
How long till breakfast, Henry?
We've got about another hour before the sun comes over the A&C building, and breakfast
We'll come 1 to 3 hours from then.
will become within an hour to 3.5 hours, so who's to say?
What you doing?
Just waiting for breakfast. There'll be a knock sometime in the next 3 hours, and then I have to wait 3 minutes.
And Henry really wants to see who our neighbor is, so every time he tries to like peek through the peephole to see who our neighbor is, but we've not caught them yet.
They're very elusive.
Yeah, they're very elusive. We're on alternative 3-minute waiting times, so. Get our breakfast.
Anyone want some
A slushie?
A slushie?
A slushie? I think everything on the top shelf is frozen. Oh my god, your sushi roll's froze.
Fuck. Is that
That's ice on the yogurt.
Can you
Pancakes for breakfast. Syrup. Mascarpone topping. And berry compote. Not too bad. Although a little bit rubbery, but we'll take it. Our afternoon jog.
I'm on a stroll.
I'm on a jog. Henry's on a stroll. Here we go. And we're jogging. No lap you. So bad update here. We just heard from the nurse that 2 people tested positive on our flight. So our home quarantine is delayed and we are just waiting to hear back. So Henry is pacing. Worst thing about that though is that it means we're not cleared to put our trash out. So now we have 2 full bin bags outside. Yuck.
Oh, it smells. Not as good as frozen sushi.
Henry's was salmon. We threw it out immediately.
Oh, the salmon was repulsive.
Morning update. So we received a phone call at 10:40 last night where we had been asleep for about 3 hours. It was just the nurse saying that the contact tracers are still working, and that there's basically no update, but we will get additional COVID tests tomorrow, and so we're hoping we can leave today, but we hoped that yesterday. The good thing is that today's a work day, so hopefully that'll make the day go by a little bit quicker.
Fingers crossed.
We will also be doing a quarantine FAQ today, so please post your questions and we'll answer them as best we can, given we've been given no information. Hi, Maddie!
So going lengthways, we've got the bathroom, shower, pretty decent bathtub, toilet. And
That's where we have to do our dishes and laundry.
Yep. And then we've got a nice king-size bed, which is awesome. We don't have to get too hot on each other. TV that only has channels 7 and ABC. And then we come into the living room where we break the couch down and put the pillows outside. This is Kendall's desk here. We've got the bar fridge down here. For
Freezer
all
chest.
all of our frozen foods. And then we've got my desk outside, which is the
Ironing board
setup. And our
bin
trash
corner.
pile.
And then this is our view.
Home sweet home.
For breakfast.
Baked beans, chive omelette, and little button mushrooms. Let's see how this goes.
So the next question is, what do other people think who are in the same situation in the hotel? people are pretty pissed off and super anxious. All of us had the same information going in, and we've received no information. I have this little Facebook group called Pepper's Weymouth Quarantine Family, so we can communicate with people in this group. They post the menu here every day. And so this is the thread with all the people from our flight. So you can see there's 62 comments where everyone's just trying to figure out what the hell's happening. There's been virtually no information, but what someone did posted, the drama from yesterday, is that the former prime minister was actually on our flight, and she got sent to home quarantine immediately. So everyone's pretty pissed off about that. So that's the drama from yesterday. And yeah, people are not pleased, but everyone's super nice and really supportive, and, you know, post when they get negative results for their test. We love this guy, Dan. He has been taking photos of people, not in a weird, creepy way. He's trying to be artsy, but he's been taking photos in reflections. So see, he's been taking photos of everyone on their balconies. So how do we feel about it? Yes, I think in this situation it's overkill. What we're super excited about going into once we're out of here is basically the year 2019 before COVID existed. So like right now in Australia, I think there's only in South Australia, there's like 6 active cases of COVID, which is pretty amazing considering in the United States there's like 200,000 every single day. So we're looking forward to the precautions that they've taken so that we can feel safe and live without being in fear of COVID. However, you know, 90% of the adult population in South Australia is vaccinated. They put this home quarantine measure in place so that there was an alternative, a safe alternative to having to go in the quarantine hotels and pay, like if we have to stay here, it's $4,000 for the 2 weeks, which is pretty insane. And so, yeah, I think we're just frustrated because, you know, the 7-day quarantine feels reasonable to me because you have to test negative for with PCR before you get on the flight. But realistically, you could get infected with COVID on the flight, even though everyone's wearing masks and supposedly is tested negative. We know that because 2 people on our flight tested negative when they got here. So to me, it feels reasonable to do a 7-day home quarantine because within that 7 days, you're probably going to catch the vast majority of people who test positive. But this 14-day hotel quarantine, we think is overkill and ridiculous. And ultimately, you know, they're going to have to go back to some semblance of normal life. And this is certainly not that, especially for people who just want to see their families. So best and worst parts of quarantine. Worst, besides not being with family, is the toilet paper is awful. It's like, look at this. It's like single ply. It's terrible. And the best part is that Henry is here with me because I genuinely don't know how people do this alone, and a lot of people have to. So we're pretty lucky about that. And that we have a balcony.
So how do we make grilled cheese with an iron? We don't actually have any cheese, but what we do make is toast. So I put the iron in this box so it actually sits upright. I plug it in, wait for it to get scalding hot, and then toast our bread. The butter in the fridge is completely frozen. This is ice on it. So we get the hairdryer out and we heat up the butter, scrape it on there. Or instead of buttered toast, we have peanut butter toast with our lovely flexible knives. And that's how we have our toast.
Maybe one day we'll get cheese too.
Maybe
we can make a real grilled cheese.
So we just had the nurses come by and got our second swab, our 3rd-day swab, which will no doubt come back negative.
We tried to video it, but then
they wouldn't let us film it. So here's a reenactment.
Henry's chosen a really strange angle for us to answer this one, but it is, I'm living for this content, and you are not alone. A strange amount of people are very interested in this content, so we will keep creating.
Hundreds of messages per post, which is different from the usual 4.
You don't get 4 messages per post, but...
You don't.
Okay. Oh.
So the update is the nurse just called and said that they're just finalising all of the contact tracing from the positive people on our plane, and that we should be out by this afternoon. Now, we're not holding our breaths.
But I have packed my bag.
But Kendall is packed in because
We feel like we've been in this position a few times now. It's been taken away from us, but I really hope it's real this time.
And I've also hoarded all the supplies they gave us because I feel like we deserve it. So the Ajax cleaning spray is ours. This question is favorite quarantine activity to get through time. One, it's been fun when people visit us from the balcony. And then the other thing we've been doing is they give us, we're not sure if it's actually for adults or for children, but they give you, in every lunch meal, you get like a puzzle. Yesterday's was picture search with word search, so that was very exciting. So we do those every afternoon. We've been reading, pacing a lot. Pacing is one of the prime activities. And other than that, sitting in doom and despair has to be high up there.
We try to pace at least 15 minutes of every hour of just back and forth pacing, high fives on the way past, you know, anything to get our spirits up.
Yeah, but then there's complaining too, so there's that. The question is, can you call us? Yes, you may call us. We ask that you should call us. We will try to pencil you into our very busy schedule. We ask that you do add Adelaide, Australia to your world clock though, to avoid calling us in the middle of the night like the nurse did last night.
Taco this beast. Put it in my hands. Oh.
Better than the burrito incident. Next question is recap of what happened. So we thought that we were going to home quarantine for 7 days when we arrived and that it would be free. What happened was we got off the plane, we were escorted onto a bus and told that we had to quarantine for 14 days at a Medi hotel and that it would cost $4,000. So we are trying to get out of the Medi hotel back into home quarantine like we thought. It won't be 7 days, it'll still be 14 days, but we'll at least be at a house. It'll be isolated, just Henry and I, for the remainder of our quarantine. So for those wanting continued content, that will be coming. It will just be at a much more lovely location with hopefully better food. Henry, answer the question.
What's the question?
Henry's supposed to answer the question. Once you're famous, will you remember the people who got you there? But he doesn't understand the question.
Is Kyle claiming that he put us in quarantine and that we became famous because of it?
And if so, that's like kind of fucked up if it was because of him, but it wasn't. So the answer is we don't know.
I mean, I will remember you for the wrong reasons.
We just got clearance to put the trash out, so.
And now finally, our balcony is clear. Ta-da!
Look what beautiful Belle just brought us. You have
Hi.
a bite of your first pie?
Cheers, Belle.
Oh,
Phone's ringing.
Phone's ringing. We have to run to the phone. Time to do your check-in. What just happened?
So we've just got our negative COVID results and the nurses said they're on their way up to come and get us and we are being released to home quarantine.
But where were we when it happened?
Asleep in bed.
About to go to sleep.
Yeah.
We're ready to go. Yay!
I think we're in there for
4 days.
Thank you.
We're lucky, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Come out.
Little lorikeet. What's in there?
We got Harris smoked salmon, which is my favourite smoked salmon in the world. A mystery meat. A filet mignon.
Yum. Well, yum for you, not me.
Ham. Country bacon. And lamb cutlets. French lamb cutlets. Oh my goodness.
Update from home quarantine. So on Friday, I think we left it where the nurse told us that we were going to leave, and then hours and hours and hours went by, and they basically said if we didn't get our COVID results negative back by 9:30, we will not be able to leave that day. And so 9:30 passed, no COVID results. At 9:42, we received our negative results. And so we called the nurse and we pretty much cried on the phone, and she allowed us to leave. So she's like, pack your bags. We packed our bags really quickly. They came up, we had to wipe down our bags. And then weirdly enough, they allowed us to go into a taxi to come to our home quarantine location. So we now have about 10 more days here, just us in a beautiful rental that Tony and Charlotte organized. They're going to be staying here. They just sold their house, so they're going to be staying here for the next year. But it's amazing, and we'll do a little tour tomorrow, but it's just been so wonderful.
Such a wonderful change of pace. We can actually see greenery outside.
There's cockatoos flying by. There's lorikeets.
There's
It's so
magpies
nice.
in the morning.
Yeah. So it's really nice. So we'll do a tour tomorrow.
Good morning, magpies.
Who are you imitating?
Saying good morning back to the magpies out here.
Oh, very nice.
Oh.
Oh, and one other piece of drama that occurred, and why we're so lucky we got out. So Dan, the lovely little man who was taking photos of people in the reflection of buildings, he tested positive, which we were so sad to hear. But because of that, we got out right before he got his test, and everyone else got locked down again. So we're so lucky that we got out when we did.
Oh, here's Brian test. We're on the shelf.
Henry's put up prawn tails for the Maggies, but no one's coming.
We love our lamb.
Freedom!
Freedom.
Yay!